In early 1916, 118 acres of pasture at Flambird's Farm, near Stow Maries in Essex, were requisitioned to build an aerodrome. In September 1916, the aerodrome opened, with B Flight of No. 37 Home Defence Squadron Royal Flying Corps being based there, A Flight being based at Rochford, and C Flight near Maldon. The airfield was built to defend London against Zeppelin raids. At first the accommodation was in tents, but a bit later on these were replaced by the brick buildings that are still there. 8 BE-2E observation biplanes arrived in October 1916 and were the first aircraft there. Both day and night patrols were flown. On the 17th of June 1917, C Flight claimed the squadron's first confirmed downing of an enemy machine, when Second Lieutenant L.P. Watkins was credited with shooting down a Zeppelin L-48 at Thurberton in Suffolk. This was the last Zeppelin shot down, with attacks on Britain switching to the Gotha and Giant heavy bombers. In August 1917, A Flight arrived at Stow Maries. On the 1st of April 1918, the Royal Air Force was formed out of the Royal Flying Corps and the Royal Naval Air Service, and so RFC Stow Maries became an RAF base. In November 1918, the war ended. 10 men, 9 pilots and 1 observer had died serving with 37 Squadron, 5 of them at Stow Maries, 3 at Goldhanger and 2 at Rochford. None of these were as a result of enemy action, they were all as a result of accidents. In February 1919, Sea Flight arrived at Stow Maries. However, their time there was short-lived, as in March 1919 the airfield was decommissioned and returned to farmland. The family who'd owned it before the war had to bid at the auction for it and managed to get it back again, although they had to pay more for it than they'd been paid when it was requisitioned. The aerodrome buildings survived as they were used for storage by the farmers and as farm cottages in some cases as well. In World War II, Stow Maries remained as farmland throughout the war, although the old grass runways were available for use in an emergency and were used on at least one occasion by a plane in trouble. The airfield was also bombed in 1940 by a German raider who couldn't reach London, and the old hangars, which were used as cowsheds, were damaged. In 2008, the aerodrome was advertised for sale and a conservation order was made on it. The following year, it was purchased for use as a home for a motor racing business. In 2010, a memorial to the officers, men and women of 37 Squadron was erected. 2012 saw the site becoming a Grade 2 listed building, where if an airfield can be a building, and when it was advertised for sale again, a campaign saw the site purchased by the council in December 2013 and placed under the care of the Stow Maries Great War Aerodrome Charitable Trust. Today the site is open to the public as a museum.